In this bulletin, HP releases the second edition of its white paper to the aftermarket cartridge industry. The number of printer cartridge stores set to boom, particularly in Asia. And children are encouraged to dream of the future as one OEM encourages innovation.
From across the planet, Recycling Times keeps you in touch with the latest computer printing news.
Hello, I'm David Gibbons and here is the news. Hewlett-Packard has updated its white paper on aftermarket chips used in HP Laserjet printers, listing additional necessary changes the aftermarket industry should adopt in order to avoid brand misidentification. The first version was delivered by HP to the global industry in October at the Recycling Times conference in Zhuhai, China. Remanufacturers gathered from across the globe were warned to stop confusing consumers and accurately identify their products as non-HP when installed in HP printers. HP has gone on record saying some aftermarket printer chip manufacturers have already responded and are now supplying compliant chips.
Based on the response we've seen, I think the industry understands the importance of chip manufacturers providing accurate information to their customers about the kind of cartridge that they've installed in their printers. I'm aware that many chip manufacturers have stated that they intend to fix this issue and begin providing accurate brand authentication, and we look forward to validating those results in the future.
The latest version of HP's white paper is now available in Chinese as well as English. Both editions can be found on the hp.com website or at irecyclingtimes.com. Cartridge World is very much in growth mode and is looking for key people who can help develop the key markets. So says Rod Young, who is the boss of the 1,500-strong global network of printer cartridge and print supply specialist stores around the world. Young met with regional bosses or masters from the Asia region in Hong Kong last week. He says people are the core part of the ongoing growth and development of Cartridge World, and the organisation needs more leaders.
And so the sort of people that we're looking for are entrepreneurial organisations who see the opportunities to get into this $80 billion market.
Cartridge World is looking to establish more stores in the North American and European markets and sees huge potential in the Asia Pacific market, where there are only a few stores at the moment.
What we're doing is going out to the market to let people know that Cartridge World is in growth mode and it's looking to talk to people who want to get into this very vibrant and interesting industry.
One of the key ways we do business has changed, and in a word, it's called mobility. More and more businesses of all sizes are supplying their staff with mobile devices. Market analyst group InfoTrends has just issued a report on the impact of mobile devices in the workplace. They say the issue is not so much that the devices are disruptive, but concerns about security remain high. More than 50% of those taking place in the InfoTrends study said they use their own or company-supplied mobile devices. And InfoTrends expects significantly more will get mobile in the next 12 months as security concerns are addressed and business process becomes a focus. One printer OEM is encouraging children to dream about their future and has made a video to tell the story. Konica Minolta depicts children in New York telling a unique printer what they dream of becoming in the future. Magically, the children are able to see what they could look like if they follow their dreams. Konica Minolta decided to help children shape their dreams based on the idea the more you imagine, the more your dreams take shape. So they took it one step further to help them visualize their dreams with the Dream Printer. And in brief, both OEMs and the aftermarket must be rejoicing to see a growth in laser and inkjet sales during the third quarter. It's the first quarter of growth since 2011. Research group IDC say inkjet grew 0.4% and laser grew 5.9% compared to the same period last year. Tiara, the group who hosts the annual toner conference in the US, have just launched a new website. The 2014 Toner Conference, which brings together industry leaders, will be held in Santa Barbara again on June 2 to 4. China's State Intellectual Property Office has awarded a China Patent Award of Excellence to PrintRite, this time for its Smart Act cartridge technology. PrintRite claims it is the only Chinese manufacturer to have won the coveted WIPO-SIPO award twice. And in the last 12 months, PrintRite has been granted more patents for laser products in China than Canon. According to the website remanufacturing.org.uk, remanufacturing in the UK now represents 1% of all manufacturing done there. This means remanufacturing is creating an annual value of £5.6 billion or 9.1 billion US dollars a year for manufacturers in the UK. Static Control and Lexmark are back in court. The case, which has been running since 2002, is over the rights to sell aftermarket chips to remanufacture Lexmark printer cartridges. The current fight is over Lexmark's allegedly false advertising to remanufacturers over the legitimacy of Static Control's microchips. And what's really going on with Hewlett-Packard and Sharp, and the story HP may get into A3 copiers. Fortizo Group's Ed Crowley is following this story, and I asked him earlier, how will such a relationship between HP and Sharp impact the industry, particularly HP's relationship with Canon?
That could be great. New revenue opportunities, potentially new product area. Potentially it'd be great for Sharp. If HP did significant volumes, that would be a huge boost in the arm to Sharp's business, because they have limited breadth in terms of distribution and marketing brand presence within the copier space. Sharp's certainly a well-known brand, but they just don't have widespread distribution. They're just not one of the strongest players in the copier market, so it'd be a huge shot in the arm to them. The other player at impact is Canon. Canon now has HP. Not only have they started encroaching on the HP-Canon relationship by moving this new product, the page-wide array products, OfficeJet Pro products, which are inkjet based on HP's own technology, into the space previously occupied by Canon laser printers that were branded by HP. So that's one chink in the armor, or the relationship. And now here's HP going off, potentially picking up a copier line that would compete with Canon's Image Runner series, which is a key point of their profit business, and potentially would make you question, why would Canon need any kind of A3 copier relationship with HP? So it's just one more chink in that HP-Canon relationship that one has to wonder what is really going on.
Thanks, Ed Crowley from the Fortizo Group. And there's also a war over printing on paper going on. Steve Whedon predicts there will be casualties and only the strongest MPS players will win. And you can read more about what Steve Whedon says in this month's Recycling Times, News and Views magazine, with Green Project's Joseph Wu on the front cover. Well, those were the biggest print consumable news stories this week. Thanks for watching. See you again next week. I'm David Gibbons.